Hey everyone, Steve from Arcade Specialties. Wanted to take a chance to showcase two Asteroids games we have. First is in the full-size stand-up version cabinet, and the other is in the cocktail table cabinet. So a lot of people want to know the differences between the cocktail table version and the full-size version. Basically, the only difference is the cabinet design. So you have the same game board, you have generally the same monitor and circuitry. The functionality is a little bit different. So you have the cocktail table, which allows you to sit down. You get two players. One player can sit on one side and another player right on the other side. There's actually two control panels with two sets of controls. Also, you can just rest your beer or whatever right on top, and these were used a lot in bars back in the 80s. It's a tempered glass top, kind of like what you'd see like in a car windshield, so it's very strong and durable. And with the cocktail table, you could actually raise the height of the legs with these bolts right in the side, and this will actually raise up to almost table height. Right now it's all the way down at your classic cocktail table height. But you have the same speaker, same power source, power supply, and actually the parts are basically interchangeable, except in the cocktail table, typically you have a smaller monitor. You have actually a 13-inch monitor here, whereas in the upright you have a 19-inch monitor. But the display is all the same, plays just the same. It's simply the monitor that's different. One thing I like about the uprights is you generally in the uprights get more surface area, so there's a lot more artwork. You get the huge space scene on the side, you get the artwork and the bezel around framing the monitor, you get the nice artwork for the illuminated marquee and the control panel, whereas the cocktail table is a little more restrictive, and they usually did this wood grain finish to fit in like a darker, more intimate setting like a bar, and just kind of a plain black base. You have a couple logos here, and these logos are actually silk screened to the back of the glass, and you have your instructions and point values and such right on the glass. Now in the cocktail, you have your coin acceptors right in the base here, and your start buttons right also on the base. Whereas you have a full-size coin door on the upright. So here's the inside of the cocktail table. There's an access panel on the side with a key, and which reveals our Atari game board, power supply tucked away there. This is the rear of the coin box where you can collect the quarters. Volume, test switch, coin counter, all components you'd see even in the upright. And of course the base of the black and white vector monitor and the audio board. Now there's two latches, one on each side, which allows you to open the top. And that allows you to clean things and make some adjustments. And to access the control panel, there's two bolts here that'll allow you to get in there and clean all your contacts for the buttons. Here's your speaker, coin mechanism. You can also clean the glass here as well. It still has the original instruction card, self-test procedure, that's pretty cool, as well as your dip switch settings for things like language, number of lives, number of coins, and you'll see that there's a dip switch setting for cocktail tables. So that's the difference. You have the PCB, which can go in the upright. Now the cocktail table dip switch right on the board. One of these corresponds to a cocktail table, which means that when it's player two's turn, the screen, the picture, will flip. So for those of you not familiar with Asteroids gameplay, let's play the game. So you are the spaceship in the middle of the screen, and you'll notice there's no joystick. There's actually a set of buttons, left and right rotate over here, a fire button, and in the middle a hyperspace button. And the hyperspace button will actually teleport you anywhere on the screen a random spot that is, to avoid a catastrophe. So if you have like 5 asteroids coming at you and you have nothing else to do, you just hit hyperspace and they're in. It usually teleports you to a safer location on the screen rather than right in front of an asteroid. And then you have the thrust button, which will move you around. So hit the saucer for extra points. And as you hit the asteroids, they get smaller, so which means it's actually harder to hit. The game gets harder as you go along. Level 2, a little more gameplay, more action, more asteroids. Multicolor black and white vector monitor gives you a more of a linear display rather than a raster display, which is comprised of very small squares which come together to make a picture. If you're interested in classic games, check us out. It's arcadespecialties.com.